welcome to Detox Bites. We have a super special episode today because I am here with Alex and Cos from Mr. T's Teas, who are going to be talking to me a little bit about their fantastic range of teas that we sell at Detox Trading. So for those that don't know, tell me, what is Mr. T's Teas?
Mr. T's Teas is a tea company like no other. We started in 2012, and the essence of what we do is hand-blended herbal infusions. So by kind of being inspired by various ancient cultures from around the world and a lot of research and harmonizing with each other, we began making amazing teas, very unique blends of herbal tea.
Mm-hmm. We certainly did, and not only that, but with us it's literally about being hand blended. So whereas a lot of tea companies use machinery to blend their teas and to cut their teas, generally with us it's always hands-on all the time.
Okay.
And we are very stringent about quality, as in where our ingredients come from, so our ethos is a big part of what we do.
Okay, so on that note, tell me a little bit about your ethos.
Well, I would say the first thing that is paramount really for us is that every herb that we source and every tea that we source comes from areas around the world with low environmental pollution and a good human rights standard. Because obviously when the production of tea and picking of herbs, a lot of slave labor and forced labor is involved in many areas of the world. So we basically make sure that that is not the case for any of the products that we use. So we definitely stick to this ethos religiously.
Yeah, and another aspect of what we do is the mindset as well. And we often get asked, who is Mr. T? As in referral to the gentleman from the A team or various other associations. So who is Mr. T? In is, as we mentioned before, someone who hand blends tea. Is also someone who is open-hearted,
positive, determined to maintain positivity.
Yeah, so it's a mindset, and as you can see from the logo, there is a very meditative vibe about Mr. T's Teas and the way we do things. So that mindset of being positive and selfless is very important to our ethos.
And last but not least, I would like to say as well that we believe strongly in metaphysical qualities. For example, what I mean by metaphysical qualities is basically a lot of people, they think it's just a product and it goes out there and that's what it is, but it's also the thought and the intention or the intent that underlies it. So if we are, that's why I mentioned about positivity, if you come to work thinking, don't want to do this, essentially your product will reflect that. And what we want to do is we want to bring something out that really does come from the heart, where there is a lot of compassion, harmony, benevolence, serenity involved in it. Because I find personally, we have found collectively that there's a lot of that lacking in the world, and so we basically just want to bring that closer to people and let them enjoy that and really get the benefits of it.
And what makes Mr. T's Teas different from other teas on the market?
First of all, I don't know all of the teas on the market, but what we experienced, what kind of motivated us to go into the tea industry is that we saw, first of all, loose leaf tea is not common. It's not valued either. And the difference between loose leaf tea and tea bags is that loose leaf tea actually provides the drinker to learn something. They can actually get up and close with the tea, and they can actually really start to feel at one with the tea. And this is something which really makes us unique from a lot of other tea businesses, because we want to allow our customers to have a oneness with our product. And that means that doesn't matter what culture you're from, what age you're from, you can get in touch with our teas. Children love our teas. Rooibos chai, Amazonian chai, they love it. And it's something they can enjoy because it's all healthy ingredients. We don't use any flavorings, no additives. They could pick it up, they could smell it, eat it if they want to. And that is something that's really important to us. So, as a whole, we like to really connect with everyone, with humanity. And that's where our universal principles really come through in our teas. So the Amazonian chai, for example, which is one of our first ever creations, that came about through a lot of conversation, a lot of experimenting. At the time we were experimenting with fasting, with different nutritional requirements, looking at, for example, South American culture, like how the Incas used to prize certain barks like the Lapacho, and really trying to understand how different ancient cultures connected and how it brought about to how we are today. And we found that it's through nature. So valuing nature is what really makes us unique, because I feel that we have a value of nature which connects man, nature, and the universe a lot more than any other tea business.
Your teas, a lot of them do have kind of like health benefits, more, which is more than you would get with normal teas. So maybe you could just elaborate a little bit on that.
Well, I can elaborate on the health benefits. I mean, generally all our teas are brewed to medicinal standard. What that means is they can be used medicinally, but obviously the effects differ from person to person, and it also requires a different method of making the tea. Like, for example, it wouldn't be something generally for general health and well-being, it can be made in a teapot, but medicinally it usually is actually boiled on a stove, simmered, for a good 20 minutes in order to get the full benefits. And with some teas you can keep doing this over and over again, because one really crucial aspect in addition to what makes us different to other companies, we don't believe in waste. We try to be a zero waste company, and we try to reuse things over and over again. Like, for example, a lot of teas, you can rebrew them. You can rebrew them more than once, twice, even 3 times. Some of our teas are so strong you can go all day with rebrewing them and they still taste just as good. They still have all the goodness in it. It's like a good stew or a soup. It develops the richness and the flavor and the goodness after a while. So it's the same concept. And if you combine that with the cultural aspects that Alex mentioned, we have to take a lot of time to appreciate various cultures around the world and their approach to tea and tea ceremonies. So that's kind of what sums us up.
So where can we buy Mr. T's teas?
Well, you can get Mr. T's teas from a variety of outlets, cafes, restaurants, health food shops, and even places like beauty salons all around the UK. And you can obviously also get it from our website, and also from Detox Trading.
And also from Detox Trading. So you can also buy them from us at www.detoxtrading.co.uk, and we have currently a range of 8 teas. So all of the products are linked in the description below, or you can head to our website www.detoxtrading.co.uk. Many thanks for watching. Goodbye.